Welcome to Rose.Thornet, where I will be rating and reviewing Mortar's mythic, legendary shop and battle pass skins only. I will not be rating recolored default skins. The rating scale will be from 1 to 5 roses, with 5 being the best and 1 being the lowest. If it goes below a 1, after the thorns it should go. Okay, with that out of the way, I feel like most of Moira's skins are pretty much rinse and repeat in Butch. I probably won't be saying much about some of Moira's skins and just put a rating because some skins look like there wasn't much thought put into them. What I like most about Moira are her abilities, because she can be very sneaky, teleport, heal, and go back to doing damage. And you don't have to be good at aiming since you are just throwing orbs at people. Normally I give backstories before I critique, but for this game I didn't start out doing that for my other Overwatch videos. So, to sum up Moira's backstory, she is basically a butchy mad scientist that used to work for Blackwatch and now works for Talon. Rosewood and Mallow. First, I was going to throw it to the thorns until I realized that this skin might be inspired by David Bowie. I'm not a fan of his and never got into his music. He has a lightning bolt on his face and Moira has a star on her face. The face paint is about the only thing I like about the skin. Would have been great if she didn't have the same silhouette. She could have had an outfit with a whole rock star theme or more stars on her skin. Moon looks better than Glam in my perspective, since the dark violet and black combined with the face paint and crescent moon on her face make her appear like a villain, which she is. But there's not much of a distinction between these skins. They are essentially defaults with small tweaks, and all Overwatch characters have legendary defaults with tiny variations. However, with this wicked appearance, it could have been pushed further. Minister and Oasis. I like the galaxy colors. She resembles a futuristic oracle, but for some reason I can't get into this skin because it simply seems like another default with the central section modified and the headdress added. The recolor looks worse than the other one. The gold is what's throwing it off. Moss dancer. This is Moira's Lunar New Year's skin. This character skin was probably inspired by Korean lion dancers. I think the face is supposed to be a lion mask. I think that additional green should have been added because there's none elsewhere, it's just on the sleeves only. In this case, this is a game that can be inspired by other things but can also be expanded upon and taken to the next level. It appears that most Overwatch skins get almost halfway to the finish line before giving up. But what I really like about this skin are the sleeves, which are unlike anything I've seen before. I also like the shoes and the red accessories around her knees. The mask I'm not fond of though. Sorry. Every time I see the Korean lion mask in pictures and games, they always look like something a little kid made. And she looked like she needed a headdress to complete this look. Doesn't look anything like a lion to me. It's probably a mythical lion, but I feel like with a game, they could have played around with the theme and make it more bizarre. A headdress with the mask would have made a difference, and to judge it up some more, she could have had a traditional Korean hairstyle. I feel like they made it look too similar to lion dancers when they could have included the style but also alter it to take it to another level. It just seems like to me they stay in the comfort zone and just do a little to get by. I would have loved to have seen Moira in a hanbok or with a mori traditional Korean hairstyle like these. But according to her status in Overwatch lore, that is probably why she didn't get any of these interesting hairstyles, since each hairstyle has a special significance to them. But I feel like you could have bent the rules. But if it was me and I was designing for Moira, she would be wearing some very bizarre clothing, something deserving of 1500 credits. Blackwatch scientist. This is what she looked like when she was working for Blackwatch, which is the covert ops division of Overwatch, where she worked in the shadows. When she first began working as a geneticist and attempting to determine how to change DNA at the cellular level, she looked like this. The syringes that are fastened to her fingers are the main thing that I like about her scientist skin. This is Moira's anniversary skin. The name of this skin is named after the Venus flytrap, but the plant on her back isn't a Venus flytrap at all. It looks more like a pitcher plant. Even her sleeves are in the shape of a pitcher plant. So I wonder why her skin was called Venus. I know that the Venus flytrap is the most famous of all the carnivorous plants, and is the first carnivorous plant that comes to mind. I kind of like this skin, but there are certain parts where I feel like they could have done better. I don't even like her hair because it's back to that butchy look, and as a fan of Poison Ivy's looks, I'm just not fond of this skin. Does almost every skin have to follow the same silhouette? Like why? Why Overwatch? This is Moira's Halloween Terror skin. I feel like this might be a fan favorite because it looks spooky and less butchy. I like that her hair is longer and she looks more feminine this time. Ice This is Moira's Winter Wonderland skin. She reminds me of the White Witch from Narnia, probably because her physique is similar to the White Witch, since she has a narrow face and pointy crown. On the back of her unit, it looks like a statue of a snow angel. Demon. This skin comes from a battle pass. This is her Indonesian skin and is inspired after an Indonesian mask from Balinese mythology. The mask is often featured in the barong dance, a traditional Balinese performance that symbolizes the struggle between good and evil. With all of the elegant outfits and accessories from Indonesian traditional attire, they could have made a nicer outfit for Moira. The best parts of the outfit is the red and gold in the front and the mask on her power unit. Fiber scientist. I like it from the waist up, especially the way they designed her power unit in the back. And I like the red plugs going into her hairstyle. Her hairstyle looks like a futuristic version of the Chonmage, which is a hairstyle worn by samurai. And that is probably what they were inspired by when they did this hairstyle for Moira. Celeste. The tattoo on her chest is what I find most appealing about this. It looks like a small portal. The cosmic color scheme appeals to me as well. Her attire looks like a 1001 Nights theme that combines elements of India or Arabia. She also has a more feminine appearance. Mine. I think if they would have stayed with a full black and white theme with maybe some stripes or spots, and add some harlequin ruffles, it would have made the mime theme more appealing. I also wish that they would have fully painted her face white, like her moon skin. I kind of don't like the faded black and off-white neutral colors. The black needed to be darker and the white looks dingy looking. Harlequin mixed with mime would have really sold this look. I also don't like that she is missing a sleeve. She could have had those long clownish striped sleeves and just make it look like her orb ability is going through the fabric. It could have still worked out. Plague Doctor. If you had the coat with like a pencil skirt and some heels with an army hat instead of a helmet, I would have liked this more. I know some people would say not everything is supposed to look sexy because she is supposed to look butch and not feminine, but I would say to that by continuing to ruin games with bringing in butchy stuff and making characters uglier on purpose, that is what is unaliving games. I mean, you can go look at the game Concord, where they made all of their characters fugly. Go look at Saints Row Reboot, that went fake woke. Butchy characters and fake woke agenda ruins games in my opinion. And now go look at Marvel Rivals. They aren't afraid to make beautiful women. We are playing games for the fantasy, not to be reminded of real life ugliness. Skins like this, I think people go crazy over because she has the plague mask. This just looks like one of those skins people buy if you main the character and just want all of the skins. I mostly play as Moira and Mercy, but when it comes down to Moira, I just really feel like there is more they could do for her. This one is a fan favorite, especially for Diablo players. I've never gotten into the game Diablo at all, but I've seen some of the cutscenes. Overwatch changed a few things to match Moira. This is a collaboration between Diablo and Overwatch. In the game Diablo, this character is more heavily detailed and more menacing and beautiful. In Overwatch, she looks like the demon version, with less details. This Diablo character does fit Moira's vibe, since Moira in a way looks like a sorcerer from a sci-fi fantasy. But to me, Moira's face looks uglier than Diablo's version. Moira already looks butch, and now her eyes are too blacked out. I feel like the purple stuff inside of her power unit should have been changed to red. It's like the color of the essence inside of the unit was forgotten. This skin could have also been given to Mercy, since Mercy has big wings and the Diablo character has big wings as well. I do like that they added the falling rose petal effect to the skin. Wicked and Mythic Rain. Wicked reminds me of Queen Grimhilda and other fantasy tales. There's really more they could have done for both of these skins. It always seems like something is lacking. Maybe they have to follow the same silhouette for most of the skins, I guess. But it can still be done in a way where it carries small resemblances but not all the way. Because with Moira it's always going to be the drapery flaps with pants, boots, fitted clothing, and some sleeves. As for Wicked Rain, I feel the same way. I feel like the white roses should have remained red or recolored black. They look out of place since there isn't any white anywhere else on the front of the outfit. She could have had her long sleeves with this one as well, and add some white roses attached to vines, draping down the sleeves and on her shoes, or a white rose headdress or a crown with the roses interwoven into it. There's just lots of ways they could go about this, but they always stay in the safe category. Ancient color. I know by now people are like, is there anything that you like about Overwatch? Not with this character. This is the worst mythic skin they ever created, in my opinion. They went back to the floral theme, but for the worst this time. The best thing about this skin is that her powers now have a slitted eye inside of the orbs. The design is very lazy and lacking, and recoloring it doesn't make it any better. Her face is a copy of Reaper and same silhouette as usual. Might as well add the sleeves again. What I don't like is how not all, but most YouTubers go crazy over every freaking skin that comes out when people don't get down to the point about these skins. I wonder, are people that afraid to tell the truth? I mean, look at this. Ugly legs, Reaper face, hologram shawl for no reason. It's basically just 4 sets of flaps with some thorns, a scary Reaper face with a hoodie, and that's about it. I expect a mythic skin to be amazing to look at. This skin right here might as well be a normal item shop skin. The only thing cool about it is that the cosmetics of her abilities have changed. And it's like they went with a creepy floral theme, hence the thorns, but I just feel like they could expand on it. And that will conclude how I feel about Moira's skins. I actually took it easy on some of the skins. Most of these I really wanted to feed to the thorns. There's actually a lot more I wanted to say, but I feel like I'm already cancelled at this point. I mean, I get why Moira looks the way she looks. I did some digging and found out that the reason why she is butch is because she is a queer icon, and the reason why her outfits have the same silhouette is because they are trying to keep the likeness of Moira. Moira most of the time is going to have short hair, long sleeves, a robe with splits, and tight fitted pants underneath. But do I feel like a character like her should have the same silhouette for most of her skins? No. I feel like she should be getting fun skins like Mercy, Diva, Sombra, etc., where they have skins that don't follow the same silhouette as their default. That's the point I'm trying to make. And if you agree, then please like and subscribe. Next video will be of a character that I feel like is similar to Moira, so stay tuned for more.